We don't cross the street.
Haters always jading us. I ain't meeting no one unless you idiots really brave enough. Shoot the three-step Curry, I'm up one and you ain't laying up. Pick up D-Grow mental when I see you, I ain't changing up.
Fights today, or for the fights. He's the guy that's doing the interviews for the fights.
Are you one of the fighters?
Yeah, he's one of the fighters, yeah.
Oh, Ty, what's your name? Juan? Yeah. Who are you fighting, Juan?
I'm fighting everybody.
It's a tournament.
Yeah, it's a tournament.
Oh, is that how? Oh, explain the deets to me then. How does that work?
Well, it's a single elimination tournament, 8 fighters. You know, you get one chance to win. It's 1 minute rounds, 3 rounds. Okay. So you're fighting 3 minutes per fight. It's basically a little blitz. You know, nothing that's gonna hurt anybody. Nothing that should be too dangerous. If people are smart about it, you should time everything and pace yourself and. Definitely, it should be fun for everybody. My guy over here is a warrior himself.
So we got Will Dobie here, and you're going to be. Do you know who you're fighting yet?
No, we don't know at all. It's eight fighters. It's going to be 4 random fights to start out with, and then after that, the next 2 are predetermined. So basically, you'll know your competition by 2nd round, and then the 3rd round is the championship.
Is there anybody that you don't want to fight?
Wouldn't want to fight this guy over here, man. You know. But no, honestly. I'm excited to mix it up and bang it out with anybody. You know, coming from Chicago, I've had a lot of senseless fights, a lot of unnecessary fights in my life. Some that were caused by me, some that wasn't. So as a person that's seeking redemption in my life, that's trying not to get in trouble, this is a good way to channel some of the frustrations and angers that you have in the world.
Speaking on that, just real shortly, I got a chance to catch up on some of your social media content in the car, and you really do seem to be a very positive person.
Yeah, I try to.
I mean, the little live that I saw, a lot of response from a lot of friends and family and people that really care about you. So I'm interested to see how that turns into a boxer.
Right. Yeah, every person has a dark side or a little bit of an edge is what you should call it. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is to minimize the mistakes in my life, and one of those things by doing that is to channel some of the things that you have, aggression, frustration, channel some of those things in an object or a goal or an activity that can get all that out without you taking that out on your daily living or your work life, you know. So
this probably feels good to come to the gym.
Definitely. I was lazy for a minute, eating tater chips, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I was chasing was women, you know. So now that I got my kid and my woman and trying to stay focused, I pray to God every day. God's just keeping me focused on a whole new different level. He's basically telling me to do things that channels my energy to more production. So boxing, hitting the weights, that's something that's productive. That's something that mentally keeps me strong in my faith and strong with my family.
How long have you been into the boxing realm, if you will?
I started training, it's kind of funny, I started training when I was a kid. So about when I was 14 to about 20, I trained boxing and jiu-jitsu, a little bit of wrestling. I had to give up wrestling because I couldn't do wrestling and basketball at the same time as I was getting to a varsity level. So I had to give up wrestling.
You wrestled and played basketball in Chicago?
No, here in Portland. I moved here in high school.
Oh, what high school did you go to?
Actually, I went to a few high schools because of mistakes. I went to Gladstone High School. I went to Grant High School, and then I went to Rex Putnam.
Wow, you've been around the map.
Yeah. So I tell you, man, I've made my mistakes. But I'm proud of my mistakes and I'm proud of my accomplishments as well. You know, you have to live and learn and you have to build, so.
Well, it seems like you've built a great community here. You got friends here at the gym that, you know.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just met him about a week or so ago in our boxing chat, and I thought about it, you know, just being able to chat with other warriors that are being productive, and it's not even all about fighting. Like, there's been several times that not only myself, but this guy here, not even because he's standing next to me, honestly, this guy over here, he's been positive in the chat. We've kept people uplifted. There's been some people that's talked about numerous events that we're going to keep in the chat, period. But we've been very uplifting. It's been very cool to know that another man, another person that is a lion at heart, a wolverine, so many different animals that I can name is looking to be productive and looking to be positive for everybody that's associated with this.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Men's mental health is something that we've talked about a few times on our show, actually. And I think it's important for males, I guess, like us, to be able to lean on each other when we need to.
Yeah,
So-
I've had great mental problems, mental issues that I've self-diagnosed with myself. Growing up on the street since I was 17, well, on and off 16, but basically dead to rice 17. I've never really had nobody there for me. You know, I've had to do everything on my own. So I've had a house in Beaverton for the last 8 years. So don't feel sorry for me.
Oh, great.
You know, my kid was born into a house, not apartment.
Great.
So nobody feels sorry for me. But I really had nobody to turn to, nobody to ask. If I needed a dime, if I needed anything, when Christmas came around, was there a gift under my tree? No, but I didn't feel sorry for myself, you know, but those things do mentally take a toll on you. Being a part of things like this boxing tournament and being a part of a chat where you get to chat it up with a guy like Juan and other people.
Yeah. Shout out to Juan. Good man. Sounds like you're a good man, friends.
Man, I am. I try to be, you know, life tests you. It really does. And agreeing with the whole mental health thing, everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not okay to hide it. It's even worse to hide it, you know, especially if you don't have anyone to talk to, you know, like you just got to reach out and find those people. Like this guy Will right here, I can already tell right off the bat. I can tell him my problems and he'll never throw it in my face later on. He'll accept me for who I am, and that's the way it should be, you know. If you don't accept people for who they are, then you can't accept you for yourself. So I feel like everybody's been battling demons, you know, and lately, especially this year, I've decided instead of run from my demons, just face them. And through facing my demons and looking them in their eye, I came to find out that my demons are just me. So I was running for myself this whole time. So anyone else who's out there running from their demons, you're just running for yourself.
I think self-doubt is something, you know, I'm an artist, and, you know, I think we suffer from that as athletes probably even too, I would imagine. Oh, I can't do that. And then you're like, wow, I just did that. You know, so.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a moment like that where you've kind of surprised yourself with your efforts?
Physical efforts or mental?
I guess either one. I mean, they're both just as powerful.
I guess one was giving back to my community. A few years ago, I really had a plateau mentally on what to do. I didn't feel accomplished. I didn't feel as if I was marking any statement in the world. I didn't feel like I had any worth in the world. So one day I just decided it doesn't matter how much it was, but I decided to take a certain amount and go downtown with a few friends and look at each person in the eye and talk to each person individually or in a group, and got their attention, demanded their attention, let them know that I had been from here. And what was funny was that there were some people years prior when I was on the streets with me. We shared food stamp cards. We did a bunch of stuff, right? Now they were still doing the same stuff 5-6 years later, and I had a house and I was feeling the same way that I felt when I was on the streets. So that made me open my eyes, and that uplifted me to try to uplift them. So that was a mental barrier that I broke because...
That might have been a very interesting look at yourself, seeing that you're like, you can get out of this, but at the end of the day, like you said, you felt the same.
Right. So I wanted to tell people mentally, no matter where you are, mentally get out of the hardship and heartache that has you at a low place in your surroundings, you know. But definitely walls does not make your psyche more defensive. It just makes it more, sometimes, like an egg, you know. Because you're surrounded around a big castle, you're able to be mentally cracked, you know. And someone can say anything to you because you feel like all these tangibles should give you a status or a certain respect. And when you see someone that does not give you that respect, it lowers you back down to being a human again. So I don't never let tangibles define who
That's
I
great.
am.
You seem to have a very great mental block on the outside world. You're very...
I've had a lot of mistakes. Okay, like I always keep it real with everybody, man. Like I like to see myself as a knowledgeable person because I've helped out so many people in my life. So many people are doing so much better than me in life now.
Right.
So obviously I've done something right. But at the same time, I've made my mistakes to continue to want to be a better person every day. So.
Well, are you excited for this fight? We should probably pump this up a little. We got a little bit of chance to know you here, Will.
Yeah.
Great charisma. I love it.
Awesome.
I'm excited to see the power now. I'm to see it.
Yeah. I can give you a little preview if you want, real quick.
You down?
You know?
All right,
Yeah.
take a little shot. Shout out. So, hey, I'm excited to see the fight there as well. You want to give your best wishes to anybody there at the fight before it takes place, whoever your first round competitor is.
Yeah, I mean, to everybody at the fight, at the end of the day, it's all respect. This is a martial art, and it's all about respect. So if you do not respect your opponent, you do not respect yourself. Without self-respect, you can't gain any type of success. So good luck, everybody. All love.
Bro, good luck. Take care, friend. We'll be back with you.
And I'm not fighting him first. I appreciate you, boss. Hell yeah.
All right, let's see where you do your business out here.
Hell yeah, we're just gonna go straight back here.
Okay.
Hell yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Oh, this is
I
great.
like the interview, man. I really
great.
like the questions, bro. You're like, I've had people try to interview me before with like hip hop stuff, because I do music too.
I saw you. I was
And,
gonna get there. I was gonna give you some time to get there. I watched your video that you did with Craig.
Yeah, and some people, they just not really prepared for that type of activity. It's crazy.
No, I try to do as much research as I can on y'all, and the fight really intrigued me. So seeing some of the competitors in the fight, I'm really pumped.
I definitely like to test my limits, and I wouldn't want there to be a bunch of weaklings or, you know, my girl's coming to the fight, you know? So I can't go home to her thinking, man, you just beat up on some people that I could beat up on, you know? So I commend everybody that's gonna be at the fights for sure, you know?
It seems like a real brave warrior activity. I can't lie. I've always had envisions of myself of being a boxer, and watching you put on those gloves right now, my friend, I do not want to do it anymore.
Yeah, like I said, I'm from Chicago, so I've been forced into situations like this. So to actually choose to be in a situation, train a little bit, look your opponent in the eye, have some class, some respect, know that there won't be any cheap shots or anything that sends anybody. Somebody might get knocked on their ass, you know, but at the end of the day, you know someone's not trying to do something dirty to allow you not to go to work the next day.
That's very true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah. Great.
Oh snap! My fault about this. I have my phone in my pocket. That's not good.
This is a cool space here you get to do this in too.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So, what's the tail of the tape? How tall are you? What do you weigh?
Man, I'm 6'2", push a 6'3", you know, I'm like, 6'2" and 11, 12s. But, so I never like to say 6'3", so right under 6'3", about 215 flat. So, yeah, I look pretty skinny, but I got a little bit of weight on me, so.
He's got some guns on him. Don't let him front. Look, he ain't even warmed up yet. He's already puffing, so.
Nah, I don't want to gas, but, yeah, so I'm going to start out, touch.
There you go. Hey. Have you ever boxed amateur or professionally before?
No. Just when I trained 11 years ago doing MMA, I used to do boxing with a friend named Abe. He was from Mexico. So he showed me like a Mexican style of boxing. Sure. So I'm 11 years removed. So I'm never going to show on camera the super fast snaps. I'd rather save that for the fight.
Yeah.
But I am going to show my competitive speed real quick,
Sure.
So the last month and a half, almost 2 months, I've been working with a guy who knows karate. So that's where my training today stands at. But if this was like an MMA fight or something, then I have 8 years of jiu-jitsu, 8 years of wrestling, and then 3 years of boxing. But since this is a boxing match, I just have 4 years of past boxing when I was like 17 to 21. But right now, getting back into shape, getting that mental movement, muscle memory, all that. Realistically, I got about 2 months of boxing / karate.
Have you had a chance to spar live yet since the?
Yeah. I've sparred once a week.
Okay.
With a few people. Actually, I got this bruise right here that's clearing up from a kickboxing spar. So, yeah.
During your sparring matches, the
like,
recent ones, have you had a moment where you've felt confident, or a moment where you've almost been kind of like, oh my God, I almost got knocked out.
Well,
you know?
like, all the people that's been training me, they're doing it for free. So we spar at a certain level, like 60%. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to knock each other out, but we are trying to stick one. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you're checking kicks or trying to come up with, you know, like a high block or something like that, and a fool's trying to, you know, he's got like rubber feet. You know what I'm saying? So also too is to toughen me up because I'm just now getting back into it.
Just about to
Some of
ask
these
that.
dudes are 5, 10 years, 20 years deep that I'm sparring with. You get what I'm saying?
Tough as leather.
So when they hear that I got a fight in a month or 3 weeks, they're like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? You're not about to fucking embarrass us. So that's why I got the bruises right now to toughen me back up. So I got my legs, I got my bounce, you know.
Is that
I'm
part?
coming in.
Is that part of it then? Like taking one to the cheek every now and then.
Yeah,
Just to
yeah.
kind of
Oh,
remember-
getting your neck strong with the workouts. That's what I'm saying, you know, sometimes you're gonna get struck, you know, like no one's knocking you out, but you're about to get stuck, you know. Keep your hands up, you know, you're getting stuck, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so that's why I want to get back into it, to test my limits against other people. Most of the people that I've been talking to in the chat have been training. Basically at this point, the way I see it, this tournament is a bunch of has-beens or upstarts
Sure.
looking to compete again. So that's what I am. I'm in the has-been category.
I like
Not
that.
saying anybody else, sorry everybody. Not saying no names, you know who you are. But I'm in the has-been category. Join me or don't, you know.
That's fair.
But that's where I'm at, you know.
Well, again, I think it's very brave of you. I mean,
Yeah.
putting your masculinity on the line against another human being to go out there and smash each other's faces around, even if it is just for fun, you know, like.
Well, no one's smashing my face, you know what I'm saying? You know,
pretty boy.
I'm gonna be defensive too, but yeah, you know, I wanna just showcase my abilities of not going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know,
hey.
you go out and you compete. You know, like when I go out and I come out and I'm touching somebody, that might break his nose. It might not. You know what I'm saying? When I come in with a 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, and wham, 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 that might get his spleen. You get what I'm saying, bro? But I'm not trying to hurt a dude. You know,
Right.
I'm not going full power at the end of the day because I'm not the most powerful dude. So when I come in, 1, 2, 3, block, come in, block again, wham, wham, wham. I'm just trying to stick real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to
Or-
hear any of that.
Right. Or like if someone is swinging wild, I'm gonna come in, block, and you know, just, you know, I'm gonna just try to keep touching up. There's no point to think I'm gonna Hulk smash, go in here, swing for the fences. I'm gonna do some wild, crazy street shit, cause you got on gloves.
Yeah.
A lot of street stuff. A lot of people like to do street fights and stuff
Is
like
that
that.
something? I mean, we've all been in fights, but have you been in street fights? I take it?
Tons. I've got a chipped tooth. My sister can attest for this. Got a chipped tooth from getting jumped by 30 dudes.
Let's go for a walk. Get the blood
Yeah.
flowing. Here we go.
Not 10, not 15, not 20, but 30 dudes at one time was taking turns beating the shit out of me. Because I wouldn't run. I ran my mouth, but I wouldn't run. I got a knife mark in my head right here from when I was 11 living in Chicago. That's when I'm, you know, when you're 11 years
How
old.
did you get to the Northwest? How'd you get over there?
My mom moved here. She met some dude online or whatever, but then she moved back to Chicago. Me and my mom had a falling out before that, so I was living on the streets.
Right.
I've been in a lot of fights, man. And I'm not proud of it,
Right.
but I think it's a problem that some guys and women have, to where my problem is I don't feel like I start a lot of fights, but I feel like because my attitude, my behavior, who I am, and my mannerisms, just everything about me as a human being, period, is unapologetic. Even though I do apologize to people if I know I'm in the wrong, for the most part, my actions, who I am, is unapologetic. I try to live as positive as I can. I don't try to live in the expense of anybody else, but I don't worry about anybody else's feelings while I'm living in my moment. So I think that could be abrasive or somewhat just damaging to someone else, you know, their space or whatever. If I guess if I could say it like that, because that's the only thing I could think of, you know, to give somebody an excuse to want to bother me. But there's times to where I don't walk away or should walk away. And I've landed myself in trouble because of those moments. And I've learned to walk away. And as you get older, you learn that the older you get, the less problems you have if you're not in environments or placing yourself in situations to where you're forced to walk away. So life has gotten a lot easier with getting in trouble. But
I think I heard it best said to me as a youngster that someone said, if you don't want to slip, don't dance in an igloo.
Right. But at the same time, even if it comes up once or twice a year versus 10 times a year, don't let it be 50%. Let it be 100% of the time that you're doing the right thing, being a man. So I'm just trying to do the right thing for once in my life. I've made a lot of good choices in life, but there's a few that I've made bad. And I thank Nate for this opportunity with the boxing because it's kept me motivated with when I do my training, when I do my boxing to
shout out
not
to
give
Nate.
up.
Shout out to Nate giving all you guys an opportunity, giving everybody, the whole city, an opportunity to watch something fun. A bunch of guys that looks like to get to come out here and improve their lives physically as well as some relationships. Looks like you've developed with some of the
Yeah, definitely.
This is a great positive event. What night is this event going to take place?
This event is August 21st. It's Portland's boxing tournament, hosted by your boy Nathan, man. I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be the hottest event. We got 4 hip-hop acts, 8 boxers, 3 rounds, 3 fights to the finish for who's gonna be the champion of the streets out here in Portland, man. I don't know if it's gonna be me, but guess what, man? I think, and if God told me, he whispered to me, he said I got nothing to worry about. So I'm gonna just stay humble and say I don't know if it's gonna be me. Best of luck to everybody out there, but God did whisper one more thing to me about August 21st, man. He said there's a big problem, everybody. He said that all 7 fighters have this problem on August 21st at 5 o'clock at weigh-in. And that problem is that Will Dobie's the solution.
Ooh, hey, you heard it here first, my friends. Hey, I really appreciate your time, friend.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be a dope event. I'm excited to see y'all go out there and have some good times and supply a good time for everybody. You want to give me shout-outs before we take off out of here?
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Craig Dobie. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be on this event, man. He's really changed my life for the better with seeing everything that he's doing with helping people change their lives, with getting cars that they can, you know, reliably get to work and get safe around with their families. And he helps out the hip hop community, helps out tons of people with their music, with their dreams, with photography, making people look beautiful out there. So not
Craig.
dick riding, not
Craig.
sucking no one's dick, but shout out to my family, Craig Dobie out there, man. Shout out to Nathan, man. I can never pronounce his last name right. So shout out to my boy Nate for hosting the event. I hope to keep working with you, bro. Shout out to everybody else that's on the tournament, man. Don't back out, man. We already had a few niggas back out when they see these videos, man. So for all y'all fighters out there, I commend y'all for showing up. And best believe, God bless every last one of y'all, man. And I just want to give a shout out to God, too, at the end of the day, man. Because if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my man right here, man, you know, none of this would be possible. All of us wanted to work together. All of us believing in something. And don't matter what you believe in, man. Believe in yourself at the end of the day and believe in something else bigger than yourself.
I'm going to drop the links for his music video in the description below, too. So he's a rapper, too. I mean, the guy's multi-talented. Super positive. Good luck. I do not want to get punched by this man.
No, never that, man. Never that.
It's been great hanging out with you, my friend. We'll see you soon. We'll see you on fight night.
Hell yeah.